product. We're going to talk about this. This is one that a lot of people know, but the channelizer's changed, right, Trent?
Yeah, it's changed.
Yeah, it's changed
quite significantly.
Quite significantly.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I know we were talking about before. So Metageek doesn't really sell the hardware anymore. They're more of a software company, right? They're selling the channelizer and they're using others' hardware. It makes it easier.
Yeah.
Like if you go to our website,
you can build out
software
and hardware.
but the hardware is
not
made by us. It's made by a company called Ossium.
The Spectrum Analyzer
is 2.4, and 6 gigahertz capable.
So anyone that's doing
Wi-Fi 6E deployments,
and you want to make sure that the
Spectrum is there. Very highly requested feature that the hardware piece was not something that Metageek wanted to pursue.
So
we partnered with Ossium, which has been great. Then the other piece that is now part of Channelyzer. We now have network adapters that we combine packet capture and spectrum analysis in one file. And we can talk more about that later.
So you can do a packet capture, and then you open it with Wireshark, or do you have a tool built in they'll analyze it for you?
Yeah, so that tool is now Channelyzer.
It is Channelyzer, so that's nice. So you don't have to be like a Wireshark expert. There's like some expert intelligence built into Channelyzer now.
Funny thing about over the years, people would do a spectrum capture, and we would look at the spectrum capture, everything, and it's like, actually that signature is total Wi-Fi. That is it. And they're like, well, how do I find? What's causing it? What do I do? And the answer is not a spectrum analyzer. The spectrum analyzer is just here's where the RF noise is. If you want to start getting into the MAC addresses, the top talkers, all that is just a packet capture. And so having both of those into one tool, it covers your bases. You can go on site to see why a network it may not be interference, but we'll be able to tell you if it's a Wi-Fi access point, heavily utilized, a neighboring Wi-Fi access
all
point.
that is going to be packaged.
That's nice. That's really what you want. And I know Metageek was trying to do this like back in the beginning. They would say, oh, this is a microwave, this is a Bluetooth mouse or something, by the signatures, but it was really, it was really hard to nail down all these different signatures, right?
Yeah, totally. And when I was at Metageek, I became a Wi-Fi consultant around 2013. And then I've been like a network engineer at a hospital, done a bunch of other wireless, But I'm now back at Metageek. Even when I was at Metageek, we started to see the decline of actual RF interference. And I think that's actually a good point to discuss here. Is the amount of RF interference that is like it absolutely exists. Most companies developing a wireless tool are going to use the safe, trusted wireless technology. That's usually Wi-Fi, or Zigbee, or Zigbee. They're going to use an already existing protocol. So we just don't see as much RF interference anymore. The natural evolution here is why don't we have a Wi-Fi troubleshooting tool? Not talking about surveys. Surveys are great. I have no way to displace any survey tool. There is something with surveys that you don't get. You don't get the full packet capture. You don't get client level details. And you can look at a survey and you can be like, everything's covered. Everything's covered. I should be good, but people are still complaining. That's where we feel like we have a good product for people to get some answers on.
Yeah, definitely. A couple things. I was thinking about a couple things there, but sure. So, all right. So you want to jump into a live demo? I know you have one set up here.
I mean, I can. Let's jump there, and then if you have questions,
once I see it, I'll ask questions. Hopefully, they'll be the same questions other people might have. All right, I just shared your screen, Trent.
Let's see if he'll let me move it in front of me. So move it in front of us. I'm not looking over there. You still see it? You still see it?
I got your face covered up by the screen anyway, so don't worry about it.
Okay. Cool. Cool. So this is another kind of requested feature. The old version of Chanalyzer. So you display the 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz in one screen. So when you're out there, if you want to see how that looks, you can see that we have that data displayed across both. But the big changes that have happened here is now you have a lot of Wi-Fi metrics around like just Wi-Fi, and I'll open up a file so you can get a sense of that. This file is quite large. And it has spectrum data, packet data, and so this file is a gig. So I parse a gig. In a minute or two of data. And if you've ever used Wireshark, Wi-Fi, especially in Wi-Fi, it's really hard to figure out what's important. It's a needle in a haystack. Yeah.
Now, let me, while it's loading, this is totally a cloud-based tool now, right? There's no local element?
No, this is all local.
Okay.
This is all. Yeah. So while it is like it, and it looks like it, I'm doing a remote desktop. It'll probably come up in a second. But let me see if I can click. Okay. Well, great. A demo fail. I'll open up a different file. But this is a local tool. This is not a tool. It's not a tool. It's still meant for users who have the NICs, the spectrum analyzer attached to it. And I think you and I kind of touched on this, but like the Wi-Fi NICs that do the capture are little cheap $40. Amazing. Looks like I just really messed up my demo.
As long as we don't lose the connection. So I mean, we talked while you're doing that. We talked about it. Like there are other models, like Ekahau has a Sidekick. You have to buy this hardware device, which is it's a pretty awesome device. But then you're kind of then you have this like corporate expenditure that you have to either make sure it doesn't get lost. If you have to ship it to an engineer, you can't have one for every engineer, right? So that model is sometimes a problem. Like people are like, I don't want to buy, this thing that could get lost. My engineer could keep it or sell it or, whatever. Whereas, if you have these little USB NIC adapters, you can just go out and buy another one, right? Have a whole drop.
Let me just go step outside real quick. I'm actually realized that I'm on the development build. It's early here.
Not a big deal. It's like an Apple demo, I'll talk a little bit more about the products though. The Clarity, the Wi-Fi Clarity piece of hardware. It's a USB device that basically has all 3 bands in there. So you can buy this one piece and it'll work along with the Metageek software. Well. So that's the spectrum analyzer portion.
Yep. So that is the device that gives the 2.4 spectrum. We implement that late summer. You can actually no longer buy a Wi-Fi. They're gone. They're gone. And so it is just the Wi-Fi clarity now, which is like good, which is like a good. It had like an old micro connection, USB connection, and I loved this device. It was great. It was just one of those things when Mavic. That's the company that's now when they bought it. They just had no interest in doing hardware. They wanted to keep it soft. They wanted to keep it soft.
In this day and age, it's smart because you may not be able to get a chip all of a sudden.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the thing. This Wi-Fi device is very old, and so we're letting off the reins on that.
Now, the clarity does it have Wi-Fi radios in it also, or is it just Spectrum?
It's just Spectrum.
It's just Spectrum. So you still need to have a USB device to do the active and passive scanning. Yep. Gotcha. Yep. All right. This is gonna work.
Okay. So let's talk on a few of these. Let's talk on a few of these points. Like how capture is sidekick. Everyone loves it. But what I have found is if you want to have better scanning for a packet capture scenario. This is the exact same bug that is happening with its file.
I'm so sorry, Jeff. I have her faces back up, so we can just talk about it. Maybe it's not a good day for a live demo.
Maybe not a good day. Okay, maybe not a good day. Okay, so let's talk about it. Maybe we'll come back to this. Essentially, when you do a sidekick capture, you say, hey, scan these channels. There's no kind of intelligence around it of what you're trying to scan. And that's the thing that we have added into Chanalyzer, in which we will only scan the channels that the network we will scan those more frequently. And we will also follow a client device as it moves around. So here's the magic of this. You have a point of sale system or a barcode scanner that is not working. If you are viewing that MAC address while you're using our tool, we lock one of these. These are little nicks. You can buy it yourself. It's $40. We'll lock one of those to the channel of the client device. The client device. We'll cache that on that. So we're monitoring it the whole time. The other two, because you can have three. We will be scanning all the channels, signal strength orders, or neighbor announcements, 11K announcements. We will proactively search for where we think it's going to run next. So we have a good idea of where it's going to run. Most of the time we'll find this device within a second of when it roams. Sometimes even quicker. So yeah, we have that capability to follow a device. The thing that really bothers people about packet capture. Well, how do I make sure I capture the event someone was complaining? Mm-hmm. And for someone to complain about something bad happened. They're not complaining about a 1 second. They are complaining about a chronic issue where something is not happening.
Well, we've seen before, a certain type of AV encoder or something will be. It'll all of a sudden disconnect. You'll be doing a live encode like we're doing now, and it'll just disconnect in the middle, right? And you want to capture that one event that's having the problem.
Yeah. I have had to set up a laptop, for NICs here, and then a laptop down the wing with 4 NICs there. We weren't sure if we were going to actually capture the exact event. We don't know where a client is going to roam, and so that is something that people have always struggled with. I need proof that this happened, and I don't know what happened. And so here's a good example. A device when it's about to roam, let's hold up this, like a phone, right? It will go off channel. It will go off channel, and it will channel over here, and it'll go over here, and it'll go over to this channel over here. It will ask for things. It will ask for things. Did I lose audio? Did I lose? You good? Audio?
You're good.
Okay, you're good. Okay. So that off-channel behavior is where issues may arise. It may try to authenticate on another channel. It may go over here, and it may go over here, and it may go over here. But if you don't see those failures, then you don't understand the client. You don't understand the client experience. The client spent 10 seconds trying to roam. And if we can catch,
like what's coming from the client device, from the AP, and if they don't match up, like for example, I was talking about some of this yesterday, that like if you have the minimum the minimum and maximum data rate for the AP, right? So if you have it set to 1, you're going to get a very large coverage area on 2.4, right? If you have 1 megabit minimum rate, you're going to get very large 2.4 coverage, which in some cases you want if you have too little access points. But if you have too many access points or enough access points, you may want to set that up to 6 or 12, right? Something like that.
Yep, exactly. So I actually have my screen up. This is a good segue. This is a good segue.
Here we go. All right, you're live.
It's not a gig capture. So I opened it just fine. This is one of those things. I am one of those things when I am doing the QA. Yeah. All right. So just like some of the other Metageek products, we have kind of a time frame where you move things back and forth, like to drill into an event of some sort. So that exists in channel. You don't see a lot of spectrum. This capture it doesn't have data in it. But I wanted to point out a couple things. This is just a dashboard to say this is going to say all the highest device strength devices in this time. What we have here at 506 PM. These are the highest device strength devices. So laptops, whatever it is, barcode scanner. This is kind of where you can probably start to tell what the technician was doing when they were on site. Well, they were nearby this. Is that why is that interesting? I don't know how many times. I've been doing some troubleshooting. Do some troubleshooting. Only to find a device on the wrong site.
Right.
And they're on a 2.4 gig or something like that. And you kind of forget that. Maybe you can wave your laptop, walk up right next to it, and you're on immediately out of the figure that problem out. So that's kind of what this is. So that's kind of what this is meant to do. This one here is just meant to say here's the clients per channel. Where are all the and I actually had an idea for this dashboard when I was at the WPC conference, and there were two APs that were next to each other, co-located on the same channel.
Well, it's not always bad, right? There's no interference.
Well, in this particular case, it was in a large room where everyone was, congregating. And since those two act as the strongest signal, all the clients jumped on. And so the distribution of clients across the channel was off. We had over 100 users on one channel, and like 10 users on all these other channels. And so what was happening is airtime was bad. One simple channel on an access point would have distributed 50 clients here on these separate channels, made the user experience over 100 just a simple channel change. Okay. So that's kind of what we're showing here. We're saying, hey, there's 12 users that are affected by 30%. Now, I'm not going to say utilization, we're going to say 30% of the airtime was used. We measure packets, we look at the airtime that those packets took, And we said, this is a bad experience for these 12 users. Only 12. Okay. Only 12. In this particular example, this is a retail environment outside of the shop for display. And they aren't able to see inventory outside because they don't have Wi-Fi coverage. So this is how we tell you. This is how we tell you. Where your client. And normally, if you see more than 20% purple, that's purple. Like that's kind of like not where clients prefer to be. Generally speaking, I like 80% clients. We see a little bit more than that here. And then this is the reach that we measure across all channels. Now, if you tell us which network you want to monitor, this example, Totoro. We actually all the graphs to show these are all the channels. These are all the channels. These are all the Totoro client sites that we see, and the overall retry rate for that network. And if you go here, these little icons right here, down here, they show signal strength. So this is different than a survey tool is going to show that. Like if you survey the outside, not a lot of people do. Not a lot of people do because their floor plan doesn't really show the outside, right? But here we call up the port strength. We give the details. We give the details. What channels are affected, what access points, all the top clients that are there. And you can evaluate that. By just clicking on the SSID here. And we give the whole network. So we aggregate all SSID, the highest for signals. Every radio that we're doing that. We dump it in here, and we graph that. Okay. So I'll go back. Because the other thing that there were two things. And I shared an example of this. This doc on our webpage. I opened it. Because I just did it. But there was one other thing that technician goes inside. Hey, I saw that there was low signal strength. You open the capture. You get it. You're doing a good thing. But he also said, hey, I was in a freezer. I was in that freezer where that's also where they complain. So just looking at this, Jeff, freezer aisle, right here. What do you see here? So the top client. This is. Do you remember what we?
Yeah, the orange is not going on there.
Yeah, airtime. Airtime. That is how much bandwidth is anything that's over 50. Anything that's over 50 is likely used for clients. So actually, in this particular example, what we do here is we look at all the airtime, and so this said airtime CDP, your usable threshold, 20%. You can fix it however you want. Look at all the SSIDs. Look at all the SSIDs that show up in the freezer aisle. These are all the AP radios. And then we also call out. Hey, you have high channel overlap. This is the exact same thing. I was talking about at a conference. As an infrastructure, you have too many access points on the same channel, and that's likely causing issues. So if I move this,
explain why that is, because you only have so much throughput available on that channel. Now, if you had 3 access points on the same channel, they're going to share that available throughput or airtime, right? Although they won't interfere with each other, you want to drop packets, you're going to have less performance available, basically, on those 3 access points.
Yep. So this is meant to kind of show the burst in how the airtime is. Because right now I'm showing about a minute's worth of peak cap data. If you've ever gone into Wireshark, a minute Wi-Fi data, quite a lot. It can be quite a lot. But we look at that and we say, okay, we had two network interface cards. One of them was captured, so one of them was locked in. The other one was locked 5. And we monitor channels. And so this Nick was saying, hey, channel not as busy as many radios, bunch of radios. Most of the airtime somewhere bursty, right? You know, every 5 seconds, landing around here. Sometimes it was here. Sometimes bursting up about traffic. Okay. And this little icon here is meant to say we saw access points that broadcast the same channel on the same channel. Above Nick 70. That should be a clue to anyone. That should be a clue to anyone. We only need to above Nick 70, above Nick 70, but not even in the hertz, but like 2.4 hertz. That's a lot. That's a lot. And if I can help my users, and that's another piece. And that's another piece. Maybe an answer here. Just the number of APs that are outside of my control that are on this channel. That sheer number. Just that sheer number. Maybe I don't my clients run, and so maybe I don't use it. So maybe I don't use it.
Now, is there some intelligence in here that will tell you, hey, just straight out, hey, you have too many access points on the same channel?
That's what this one is doing. That's what this one is. This one right here. This one right here.
So just by seeing that, basically the clients per channel graphs there, basically that's telling you where to drill down to see where the issues are.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, I also want to talk about this tool is like integrated. I just thought about this. Like before, if you wanted to actually capture, Wi-Fi packets, you had to buy all these like expensive, what was it, AirPeak adapter or something, right? And their special tool just to capture those packets, right?
Yeah.
So now with the new channelizer, you have all that built in, basically.
It's built in. Yep.
Yeah.
It's built in. Yep.
So that's like huge.
So it's huge because it's huge because the one that you're talking about is like the one that you're talking about is used to be 700 used to be 700 per device. Yeah. So this allows you to buy kind of like adapters and then you can program it to do however you want. So in my home environment, if I want to scan, click this. I can click this here. I can do all the 2.4 here. I can do all the 2.4 here. None of the just this. I only care about this. I only care about this. Turn off these. Maybe turn off these. Turn off here. Like hit save this and hit save. And then we will have the adapter shared. But we will. You can see here that the adapters are going across all of these channels. But if I go to a broadcast home network here, access point, you'll notice that one of them logs down to that, so we can get real time, like. If you are there, technician is in that room. We're troubleshooting. So that's useful for everyone. That's useful for everyone. And you'll notice this other channels that on the channel that I said capture on these channels. But don't we respect that. We respect that.
So all right. So let's talk about like the actual hardware and software. Like what kind of requirements does it? I'll take the screen down now. So, what kind of requirements is the PC? Is it anything special? Just any laptop, pretty much?
Yeah. So, I would say that we do have the minimum specs. The minimum specs available on our website. I don't know them all. I don't know them all actually. But like this is like a Surface Go laptop. This is like a Surface Go laptop, and portable. This runs it just fine. This runs it just fine.
Really slow, old, like an Atom processor or something in that thing, maybe, or.
Yeah, like it's not a beefy laptop, but it does run. It's not a beefy laptop, but it does run the tool.
So Windows, and do you still do Mac or just Windows?
We are currently in development of the Mac version of this. Yep. So that is coming. Yep.
Okay.
So that is coming. Yep.
So basically, you'll be able to buy the Chanalyzer software, and we talked about before. It's a subscription now, right? So how does that work?
Yeah, so the subscription is just once a year. The subscription is just once a year. The software is $500. For a packet capture and a spectrum analysis software solution. It's a decent offering.
Awesome.
Especially especially customers already have a Wi-Fi. Customers already have a Wi-Fi. You don't have to buy it again. This works.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask you that too. So the old Wi-Fi hardware is still supported.
Oh yeah.
I'm not. So basically, after this podcast, I'll put a link to the Clarity, which we're currently selling on the Keenan Systems website, and then I'm going to update the Metageek product, and I'll put a link to that too. So people can see the new Metageek. All right, Trent. Anything else you wanted to touch on?
No, I think that's pretty much it. Like the hardware. One of these in a desk somewhere. One of these in a desk somewhere. This works great. The capture is also available. Is also with the Wi-Fi capture. With the Wi-Fi capture. And I think the best comparison that ours right now is like. If you're comparing for the air check. For the air, we do a lot of the same functionality. We do a lot of the same just software on a laptop, but it's just software.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited about it to get back into it because I definitely see a need for this type of product that that's affordable, that is portable, so you don't have you're not chained to a very expensive device that you have to send around, and that is basically it's trying to pinpoint the problems that you're seeing without having to look into the actual capture files, right?
Yeah. We make the Wireshark side. We make the Wireshark side like super easy. What we never had was being able to pinpoint this Wi-Fi device, this Wi-Fi device, this authentication failure, this authentication failure, and we show all of that. Deep authentication, reason codes. Deep authentication, we show that reason codes. We show that in the tool. The radius server is, so if the radius server rejecting a client device, saying rejecting a client
device. You see that from the package. Yeah, I mean, like you said before, BLN lets you when you're doing a packet capture with Wireshark, if you had all the expensive adapters to even do a Wi-Fi capture, right? Usually you're doing a wired capture with it and trying to decipher what's going on through that. Even if you had all those adapters, then you have to sort through that data, and it's nearly impossible, unless you really set tight filters to see what's going on, right?
Yep.
All right,
you
guys.
got it. Yep.
So we'll put links there, and thanks, Trent. This is pretty awesome. I'm definitely going to get me a copy of this and check it out. Remember to